Have you ever paused and thought about the friendships in your life? Not the acquaintances, not the people you exchange small talk with, but those rare connections that make you feel truly seen and understood. At 74, I've had plenty of time to meet people, make memories, and, yes, face the heartache of losing friends along the way. And over these years, I've finally understood what real friendship really means, and it's very different from what I thought when I was younger. When we're young, friendship can feel like a numbers game. The more people around you, the better, right? Wrong. As we age, I've realized it's not about how many friends you have, but about the depth of the connections you nurture. True friends aren't measured by how often you see them or by how many likes they leave on your social media posts. They're measured by presence, empathy, and the comfort you feel in each other's company. One of the first things I noticed about real friendship is how it withstands the test of time. Life has a way of pulling people in different directions, whether it's work, family, or health challenges. Yet, when you have a true friend, distance or years apart doesn't erase the bond. I remember a friend I hadn't spoken to for nearly a decade. When we finally reconnected, it felt as if no time had passed at all. We could pick up the conversation exactly where we left off, sharing laughter and memories, but also offering support for our current lives. That sense of continuity, that unshakable thread of connection, is what makes friendship enduring. Another aspect I've come to value deeply is the idea of mutual support without judgment. In younger years, I often mistook friendship for constant excitement or activity. I thought friends were there to always make you laugh or to accompany you on every adventure. But real friendship is quieter, gentler. It's in the moments when someone listens without trying to fix you, when they let you feel your emotions without judgment, and when they celebrate your small victories with genuine joy. These moments, subtle and often overlooked, are the lifeblood of long-lasting friendships. Honesty is also a hallmark of a true friend. By the time you reach your 70s, you realize that polite agreement isn't always helpful. True friends will tell you the truth, even if it's hard to hear, because they care about your growth, your well-being, and your integrity. They won't let you stay stuck in old habits or beliefs just because it's easier to agree. And, just as importantly, they accept your honesty in return. This mutual respect forms a safe space where you can be entirely yourself, knowing that no pretenses are required. Another thing I've learned is the importance of shared history. As we age, the memories we create with friends become precious. It's not just the fun times or adventures that matter, it's the small, ordinary moments that form the backbone of our relationships. Sharing a quiet afternoon over tea, remembering a silly mistake from decades ago, or laughing about stories that only the two of you understand. These experiences create a depth and intimacy that younger friendships often lack. They are proof that real friendship isn't about constant novelty, it's about the layers of connection you build over time. One of the reasons I finally understand friendship is also because of what I've learned about myself. Aging has taught me patience, empathy, and the value of being present. These qualities don't just make me a better person, they allow me to be a better friend. I've realized that the most meaningful relationships aren't transactional. You don't keep score or expect favors in return. Instead, real friendship is about showing up, consistently and sincerely, for the people who matter, even when life gets complicated. Of course, understanding friendship also means understanding who doesn't belong in your inner circle. As we grow older, our energy and time become precious. I've learned to recognize relationships that drain rather than nourish. Letting go of superficial connections isn't easy, but it's necessary. This clarity allows me to invest my heart and attention in people who reciprocate care and understanding, which, in turn, strengthens the bonds that truly matter. One of the most beautiful aspects of these friendships is that they teach you humility and gratitude. Being with someone who has seen your triumphs and failures, who knows your quirks and still chooses to be present, makes you realize the immense gift of human connection. It's a quiet lesson that resonates deeply when you reflect on a long life, the recognition that the people who love and understand you are, in many ways, the treasures of your years. And finally, real friendship is flexible. It adapts to the changing seasons of life. It doesn't demand constant attention or uniformity. Friends understand when life requires distance, when silence is necessary, and when support needs to take a different form. And that understanding, that unspoken flexibility, allows bonds to survive and thrive even as circumstances shift. So, as I look back on my 74 years, I can honestly say that I now understand what friendship really is. It's about connection, honesty, presence, support, patience, and the joy of shared history. It's quiet, deep, enduring, and above all, profoundly rewarding. These realizations didn't come quickly. They were earned through years of experience, reflection, and, yes, sometimes heartbreak. But now, I can appreciate friendships in a way I never did when I was younger, and that understanding brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that is truly priceless. And with that foundation, we can explore even deeper lessons about friendship, the kind that transform not just our relationships, but how we see ourselves and our place in the world. There are subtle nuances that often take decades to notice, but once you see them, they change everything. Now that we've covered what real friendship looks like in terms of presence, honesty, and shared history, let's move forward to uncover even more ways these connections enrich our lives and teach us what truly matters. And feel that these insights are meaningful. Please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. When we move deeper into understanding friendship, one of the things I've realized over the years is how true friends accept each other's flaws without trying to change them. At 74, I've seen plenty of people attempting to fix friends, thinking that offering advice or correction is a sign of care. But real friendship isn't about molding someone into what you think they should be. It's about seeing them as they are, messy, imperfect, beautifully human, and still choosing to be present. There's something incredibly freeing about that kind of acceptance, because it allows both people to feel safe, unguarded, and fully themselves. Another important lesson I've learned is the value of shared silence. When you are younger, it's easy to feel the need to fill every moment with conversation, laughter, or activity. But as we age, I've found that sitting together quietly, sharing a cup of tea, watching the sunset, or simply being in each other's company is just as meaningful, if not more. That kind of companionship doesn't require words. It communicates trust, comfort, and the profound understanding that you are not alone. It's in these moments of calm that friendships often deepen the most. Loyalty, too, becomes more visible with time. A real friend is someone who shows up, not just in good times, but especially in the difficult ones. At this stage of life, we all face challenges, health issues, loss of loved ones, or unexpected life changes. Those are the moments when you truly see who your friends are. They're the ones who call, visit, or simply listen, offering support without any agenda. That unwavering presence, that loyalty, is a hallmark of friendships that stand the test of decades. I've also come to appreciate how true friends celebrate the small victories with as much enthusiasm as the big ones. It's easy to cheer someone on for major achievements, but genuine friendship shines in the little moments, the new hobby mastered, a personal milestone reached, or simply getting through a rough week. Those small celebrations remind us that our lives, though quieter and slower now than in our youth, are still rich with moments worth acknowledging and cherishing. One of the subtler but deeply meaningful aspects of friendship I've noticed is the ability to forgive and move forward. In our younger years, disagreements can feel monumental, and grudges may linger longer than necessary. But decades of experience teach you that life is too short to dwell on every misunderstanding. True friends understand that mistakes happen, that words can wound unintentionally, and that the heart of the relationship matters more than being right. That kind of forgiveness, grace extended and received, is a rare and beautiful gift in any friendship. Humor plays an underrated role in lasting friendships as well. As we age, life throws challenges at us, health concerns, losses, and unexpected setbacks. The friends who can laugh with us through these moments, who find lightness even in difficulty, are treasures. Laughter in friendship is a gentle reminder that even as life becomes more complicated, joy and levity remain accessible. And often, it's these shared chuckles that make memories linger in a warm, comforting way for decades. Another lesson I've embraced is the importance of reciprocity, not in a transactional sense, but in the balance of giving and receiving emotional support. As we grow older, we realize that friendship isn't about keeping score, but about being mindful of each other's needs. Sometimes you are the one offering a shoulder to lean on, and other times you are the one being supported. That rhythm creates a dynamic of mutual care and trust, which strengthens the bond in ways that are both practical and emotionally fulfilling. Real friendships also give us a mirror into ourselves. They reflect back not just who we are today, but who we've been and who we might become. A friend can remind you of your strengths when you forget them, encourage growth when you're hesitant, and challenge you to face truths you might otherwise avoid. That level of reflection is subtle but transformative, offering perspective, wisdom, and reassurance that you're never alone in navigating life's complexities. Lastly, I've learned that friendships evolve, just like we do. What we value in a friend at 20, 40, or 60 may look very different at 70 or 74. That's the beauty of long-term friendships, they grow and adapt with you. Perhaps once you bonded over late-night adventures or weekend hobbies, but now your connection might center on quiet conversations, shared memories, or mutual understanding of life's rhythm. Embracing this evolution allows friendships to remain relevant and deeply satisfying, even as the pace of life changes. As I reflect on these lessons, it becomes clear that friendship in our later years isn't just a source of companionship, it's a cornerstone of a fulfilling life. True friends teach us patience, empathy, humor, and grace. They remind us of our worth, celebrate our victories, and support us through trials. They help us navigate the complexities of aging with dignity and joy, showing that life's richness isn't measured by possessions or accolades, but by the quality of the connections we cultivate and cherish. With all of this in mind, we can now move to explore the final and perhaps most profound aspects of real friendship, those elements that touch the soul, transform our perspective on life, and provide a sense of peace and belonging that lasts long after words are spoken. Next, we'll look at how these friendships influence our emotional well-being, how they deepen our sense of gratitude, and why they remain one of the most valuable treasures in our later years. As we move into the final part of understanding what real friendship means, one of the most profound lessons I've learned at 74 is how friends influence our emotional well-being. Genuine friends provide a safe space to express ourselves fully, our fears, our hopes, our frustrations, and our joys. There's a unique comfort in knowing that someone truly understands you, someone who listens without judgment and responds with empathy. This kind of emotional intimacy isn't just nice, it's essential for mental and emotional health. Over the years, I've noticed that friends who offer this level of support help us navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm and resilience that's difficult to find elsewhere. Gratitude is another remarkable gift that comes from these enduring friendships. Reflecting on the people who have stayed by my side, supported me, and shared life's journey with me fills me with a deep sense of appreciation. I've realized that part of wisdom in later life is recognizing the value of these connections and cherishing them openly. Simple acts like sending a message to check in, sharing a laugh over a memory, or expressing heartfelt thanks can strengthen these bonds even further. Gratitude transforms friendship from a routine connection into a profound source of joy and fulfillment. We also can't overlook the sense of security that comes from lifelong friends. When you reach this stage of life, uncertainty can feel more present. Health, family, and life changes all contribute to an increased need for stability and reassurance. True friends become anchors. Their presence, their willingness to be there in good times and bad, creates a sense of constancy that's priceless. Knowing that someone genuinely cares, regardless of circumstances, alleviates loneliness and provides a comforting reminder that we are never entirely alone, even when the world feels uncertain. Another key aspect I've come to understand is how real friendship fosters personal growth. True friends don't just agree with us or indulge our whims, they challenge us in gentle, constructive ways. They encourage reflection, offer perspectives we might not consider, and sometimes push us to confront truths we might prefer to avoid. This kind of growth is subtle but invaluable, helping us become wiser, kinder, and more thoughtful versions of ourselves as we move through life. I've learned to embrace these moments, understanding that discomfort in friendship is often a catalyst for personal development and deeper understanding. Shared history also adds a depth to friendship that is unmatched by newer connections. The memories we accumulate, the adventures, the hardships, the celebrations, and even the disagreements, create a tapestry of shared experience. Over decades, these shared moments form a foundation that deepens trust, empathy, and understanding. At 74, I find immense comfort in knowing that there are friends who remember not only my life but the moments that shaped me. That shared past creates a sense of belonging that enriches every interaction, making each meeting a continuation of a story that has been decades in the making. Flexibility and patience emerge as invaluable traits in these mature friendships. People change, circumstances evolve, and priorities shift. Lifelong friends adapt to these changes with grace and understanding, offering support without imposing rigid expectations. I've seen how patience, giving each other space when needed, forgiving minor shortcomings, and understanding life's unpredictability, keeps friendships strong over the long term. This flexibility fosters a sense of ease and trust, allowing the relationship to thrive even when life becomes complicated. Finally, the ultimate realization about friendship at this stage of life is its enduring impact on our happiness and perspective. Friends shape the way we view the world, teach us compassion, and remind us of the beauty in everyday life. They are companions in joy and solace in sorrow, making the journey of life more meaningful. True friendship teaches us that the quality of our relationships matters far more than the quantity, and that investing time, care, and love into these connections yields the richest rewards. So, if there's one takeaway I hope you embrace, it's this: real friendship is a treasure that deepens with time, patience, and understanding. It's not about how many people you know, but about the depth of connection you cultivate with those who truly matter. As you continue your journey, nurture these relationships, celebrate them, and allow them to teach you about love, empathy, and joy. The friendships we cherish in our later years are not just companions, they are lifelines, guiding us to live fully, gratefully, and meaningfully. I encourage you to reflect on your own friendships, to reach out to those who have enriched your life, and to appreciate the incredible gift of shared time and mutual understanding. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Perhaps someone reading them will find encouragement, connection, or insight. And if you found value in this discussion, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue exploring these meaningful aspects of life together. Here's to cherishing real friendship, embracing its lessons, and living with gratitude and joy at every stage of life. Remember, it's never too late to strengthen a bond, to appreciate a friend, or to discover the profound beauty of genuine connection. True friendship is timeless, and it's one of life's most precious gifts.